Hey everybody, this is Yusef for Dad's Free Time Game Reviews, where I review the games that I play when no one needs me. Today's game is Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Impact for PSP. Now, I had just picked up a PSP, well, not the actual game system, but the emulator, and I kind of wanted to check out the games on the PSP. I haven't, and I want to get more gaming in just for the podcast that I have on the other station, so I just wanted to play a nice Naruto game. Now, I've been working my way through Naruto games, because I don't watch the TV show. I think it's got way too much anticipation. It moves a little too slowly for me, so I feel like playing the game will speed things up a little bit and have me actually interested in the whole lore behind Naruto. I mean, seriously, I can get past a lot of Naruto stuff that isn't, canon, that's filler, just by playing the games. I don't even have to watch the show. Just wait for the game to come out. It's a Dynasty Warrior style. It looked kind of cool. So I went ahead and checked it out. But, is it worth all of that crap? We'll see. Usually I use cutscenes from the video game, but since this is a PSP game and it doesn't use too many animated cutscenes, I'm gonna have to go ahead and, while I'm telling the story, use pictures to explain what I'm talking about. I mean, it's Naruto, so it's really extensive. Okay, Naruto is a story about a boy named Naruto who was infused with the power of the Nine Tails. He has Nine Tails Fox Demon stuck inside him. They had a big ninja war before he was born, and the Nine-Tailed Demon got captured. And to keep him from getting too far away, they put him in the body of this little boy, imprisoned him in this boy. And Naruto just has to live life with the Nine Tails Fox inside him. The fox gives him power and doesn't really let him die, but at the same time, Naruto can't just use the Nine Tails all the time or for any reason, But people think that he is the Nine-Tailed Fox, so they kind of treat him like crap. And he spends all his life trying to prove to everybody that he is a worthy person of their friendship. And that's basically what the story is about. Naruto trying to prove to everybody that he is their friend. One person in particular, named Sasuke, was in Naruto's class and on his ninja team, and he worked very hard to at least try to be friends with Sasuke, and it looked like it was working out. But Sasuke had this different agenda because everybody in Sasuke's family has been killed by his brother, so he wants to get strong enough to go and attack his brother and kill his brother to make up for his brother killing everybody else. Since Naruto sees Sasuke as such a strong friend, he makes promises to everybody who likes Sasuke that he's going to bring Sasuke back to the Leaf Village, because Sasuke decides that he's not getting strong enough being at the Leaf Village, so he just leaves. Naruto already has the power of the Nine Tails within his body, and they just have to train him to use the Nine Tails as a power for good, I guess. But Sasuke, he has to go and figure out how to get stronger all by himself using a whole bunch of different means. And the fact that Naruto is always stronger just drives Sasuke up the wall. He knows he has to be strong enough to fight his brother. So that's basically the story in a nutshell. It's a series of Sasuke leaving and then Naruto finding him, telling Sasuke that he's going to bring him back. They fight, and then it just doesn't conclude until the end of the whole Shippuden series. Now, speaking of which, the Shippuden series starts where this game starts, and Naruto has left for years to train with his master Jiraiya, one of the legendary Sannin. And Naruto comes back and he's, more powerful than he used to be, and he's got to get acclimated back into the Leaf Village. But then at the same time, Sasuke's still out there with his own master Orochimaru doing bad stuff. And they gotta figure out the same thing that happens over and over again. They train, they live, and then they come back together, they fight each other. It's, it happens all the time. But this time there's a group named the Akatsuki who is capturing all of the people who have tailed beasts within them and killing them. They're sucking out all the soul from those people and using the power for a reason that is not explained. Now, I thought for the limited resources that the PSP has, this game did an excellent job of explaining the story. Naruto is a story that's been rehashed in a lot of different games on a whole bunch of different systems, and I've seen this story before, most definitely in Naruto Ninja Storm 1 and 2. However, they had to do it in a different manner here with the still pictures and everything, and they weren't able to do any animation, and they every now and then they threw in a regular picture. I still had feelings for the story, even though I was just kind of reading it and listening to the voiceovers, which is all the voice from the original cast. I think they did a really excellent job here, and I was very surprised. The fact that you could play as different characters in the story was, it helped the story along and put extra emphasis on the characters. A lot of times in a game, they'll bring you like 1 or 2 characters to play with, and then the story's a little shallow. But here, as you're moving through the story, they will take breaks from the main story of Naruto to talk with Sasuke, so then you play as Sasuke, and then they will find a different way to tell the story through other people like Kakashi or Might Guy or even that lame ass Sakura girl who just spends her whole time saying and doing stupid stuff and being a helpless kunoichi and making all women look stupid. Truthfully though, I wish they'd rewrite that character. They give her all this strength and she's just ridiculously angry all the time, and she still can't beat anybody. I mean, that's so worthless. Anyway. Alright, basically you hammer the combo button a whole bunch of times. And you can spring special moves off the combo button. So if you push one combo button and then the chakra button, you'll do a special move. If you push it twice and then the chakra button, you'll do a second special move. 3 times, third special move. You understand what I'm saying? You get the gist? Now, if you push the chakra button first and then the combo button, you'll do a super move like Fireball or something like that. Then if you do the chakra button twice and then the combo button, that's when you'll do the super move. If you hold in the chakra button, then the character will charge up their chakra. Alright, everybody has a chakra meter, which is up there in the blue. Your green is your health bar. The little line in the blue is how much chakra you need to actually do your super move. Some characters need a lot of chakra to do their super moves. Some of them, they can do 2 super moves in 1 chakra bar. Like here, Sasuke has 2 super moves in 1 chakra bar, which makes his super move highly accessible. That's why I'm using it a whole bunch of times. Alright, movement wise, you have a jump and sometimes a double jump. You have a jump dash in which you can jump dash into somebody. You have a chakra dash in which you can push the chakra button once and then the jump button, and they'll do this cool like zigzag run into the opponent and stun them for a second. You have a block button, and if you spam the block button when people attack you, you will do a substitution, which is that cool ninja trick where they disappear and you find out it was a log instead of them. I wish I knew who the first person was that made that substitution trick. I've never seen it in any live action stuff, but it'd be funny as hell. You think you're lighting somebody up, and then all of a sudden smoke appears, and then there's a log on the ground. But anyway, you have one button for throwing items, which you'll probably throw like one kunai knife, or if a person is special, maybe a snake or something. If you hit the chakra button and then push your items button, they'll throw like 3 of them in a row. It's really not that special. What I absolutely love about this game is the special moves and the thought behind them. You see, all the characters have different types of special moves, and then there's a cool animation that even if the character is weak and lame, their special move makes them look kind of cool, you know. However, most characters have a way to initiate the special move, and that differs between the characters immensely. Like, some of them can throw down an area attack, and if somebody's in the area, they will get tagged for the special move. Some of them jump back and do like a super punch or something like that, and if they connect with the punch, then they start the special move then. Like Naruto has to do a flip kick, and if he lands with the flip kick, he'll do the special move. Now, for each player, you have to kind of figure out their strengths and weaknesses and work with that. Like, for instance, Sasuke, he's fast. You know what I mean? So you have to use him as a fast attack. However, he also has an interesting super move in which it doesn't eat up his gauge. He can do 2 moves per full gauge. So you can utilize that move a lot. You can also utilize one of his special moves to freeze everybody up with electricity. And, you know, it makes him a very easy character to fight with, which is why it sucks that the story doesn't have him winning, because you can smoke through the story very quickly with Sasuke. Naruto, on the other hand, he's a little bit slower with his attack. However, his one of his special moves is that he can swing everybody around with the Shadow Clone Jutsu, and he can cover an immense amount of area by just that move alone. And his super move is a little weird because he does that flip kick, and if he doesn't hit the like, you have to set up, if you're fighting against one person like a boss or something like that, you have to set that up a little interestingly. Like, you have to knock him down or throw an item at him and then set up that move. You can't just go ahead and do it like you would Sasuke. Sasuke, he can knock the person down, stand right next to him, execute the super move, and wait for him to stand up, and then they're like, oh my goodness, and then you can zap them. But Naruto, you have to set up, you know. They gotta make it hard. After fighting people for a certain amount of time, your super gauge will fill up, and then you will charge up your special gauge, and then wait till it gets way past the limit, and then you'll turn into some sort of crazy super mode. All right, it's different for a lot of characters. All right, thus your hits will be a lot harder. So you just basically want to charge through and whack the crap out of everybody. The only problem with this mode is that you can't use it to set off a special attack, which, you know, would really irritate me, because I would think that is the time to hook up your super duper, like, oh my god, this is about to be over in a second move. But I realize that it's PSP and I'm probably asking for too much. But you can't use your super move during your super mode, and that stinks. After you complete each mission, you get cards based on your performance. And these cards all go together to create one character card. And you get a bunch of character cards, and they all give you attributes for your characters in the next mission. Alright, some of them you can apply immediately. Some of them you have to have the character who has an attribute with the card use it enough so that it charges it up to the point where everybody can use it, which is confusing as hell. You can also buy cards at the general store, and based on how much money you put into your pack, you get cards that hit that special level. You know what I mean? You can also buy cards at the store that are just obviously there that you can't really get anywhere else, which I suggest you do. Oh, general store. Let me go ahead and explain this. There is a map, a useless, stupid map that takes up the majority of your time when you're not running around slicing people to death. All right, you have the story mode, and your Naruto needs to move through the map. And they do this in pretty much every game since like PlayStation 2, and I hate when they do it. I can't stand it. I mean, seriously, nobody likes the hub world. Nobody likes the hub world. You know what I mean? And instead of having these characters just zip over through cursors and stuff, they always have to have Naruto walk all slow over to the spots that he needs to be at. Nothing happens. Why they do that? Another problem I have is with the stage stories themselves. They do a pretty good job of having the characters talk with other characters while you're moving through the stages. However, none of the actual characters are doing anything on their own. Like with another game like Dynasty Warriors, the generals are all over the field fighting each other, and then you meet up with them if you feel like it, and you join up with them. You can do whatever you feel like. Here, they just either stick somebody with you that you're responsible to keep alive, or they don't stick you with anybody and you just end up finding people. And I would appreciate if they actually added more to the story while you were doing the fights by having you complete more objectives and having, less of these fights to begin with. That's another thing. The story mode was really long. It was one thing when it was in Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, where you were just fighting people and then they would go on with the story. But here, it's one long stage for every segment of fighting the story has to offer. And that's a bit too much. I mean, I'm surprised they got it all in the PSP game. But it was a lot. Like I still, like, I know the story and I was still like, when is this thing gonna end? At least we got a ton of people to play with, but by the time I finished the story, I didn't want to do any of the extra stuff in the game, which was just, fighting in different random fights or whatever. So that was a complaint I had. The music is the same music that they always do with Naruto. The whole like Suya and the flute playing and everything like that. Just, oh my goodness, it was too much. I can't stand that music anymore. I'm gonna play those games, but they've been using the same damn music since Naruto was 6. This game, he's like 16. They just hammer it down like they don't know how else to do the song. Just let's go ahead and refresh the song and make it a new thing for a new world. Nope. Same songs, same crap, same sound effects as always. Everything just, oh my goodness, just, they saved a lot of money, but it's horrible. The bosses were reasonably challenging. I mean, you have two types of bosses. The boss where it's just a regular fighter, like a regular guy, and that you fight them, and then, they move on with the story. Sometimes you gotta fight two of them, or they throw people at you or whatever. It goes along with the story, all right? And there is times where you have to fight guys who can turn into bigger monsters, and then you have to, read their patterns and stuff and wait for an opportunity to strike them. Then you light them up after you strike them. Two different ways to do a boss. I thought that was very interesting. They were also kind of slick in not letting you spam the super move very well. I mean, a lot of them I had to use a fair amount of evasive maneuvers just to get around. And I kind of like that. I kind of like that they were a little harder than the regular cannon fodder that they throw at you. And I like, that they just generally would not, give you a chance to do any of your super moves or charge or anything like that before they threw crap at you. I actually had to come up with a strategy against a couple of ninjas. Fortunately, I watched the show, so I would know what Kakashi Sensei says about him, because he always tells what you're supposed to do, and he hopes that the characters figure out a way around it. Before it was Naruto, because he was so dumb they'd have to explain everything to him. But now when Naruto's fighting other people, Kakashi Sensei has to, inform others of what he's doing. I just, he's the man. So I love Kakashi. So there you have it. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Impact. It's, there wasn't too much to be said about it as far as other Naruto games were concerned. I had never played one that was Dynasty Warrior based. I thought it could have been a lot better, but it also could have been a lot worse. And I was actually enjoying the game for the most part, with all of its pitfalls and Frieza's crappy things I had to deal with. At least the game was halfway interesting. It's just too bad it was long as hell. I didn't need it to be so long. But for your entertainment dollar, I guess you'll be, sitting on the toilet for many hours with this one. If you bought it on original PSP. Anyway, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more, slap that bell if you want to be notified for more. I have a Patreon. I didn't do artwork for this episode because I didn't post the actual game with me talking over it like on the actual thing. This is more a game that I would show for my Incidental Tangent podcast on my other Crafty Acuity channel. But yeah, so that's pretty much all. You guys have a nice time until I see you on the next time, and keep it real. Peace.